Okay, there we are. Hermit Bob here, coming to you from the kitchen of Hermit Bob's Dragonfly Garden Bistro, my imaginary restaurant. I'm saying it's imaginary in case they take me away someday. They'll know that I knew it was imaginary. So they can't use that against me. But there's a lot of other stuff. Never mind. Anyway, a lot of people call me around this time of year, find out my Yorkshire pudding recipe. Because I used to work in a restaurant that served Yorkshire pudding muffin style, which looked like a popover instead of the traditional English style, which you cook in a frying pan. It's like a big piece of thing you cut pie wedges, sort of, but they're all flat. Anyway, uh, it's so simple. It's the easiest recipe in the world. The only problem is it gets stuck to the muffin tins. In the restaurant, we avoided that by using not coated, but just plain steel muffin tins that were get them up to like 350 degrees, really hot, with the oil in them really hot. And as you pour the batter into each one, it kind of cooks it before it sticks on, but sometimes it would stick on. So with the advent, well, there's always been parchment paper, but it's become universally available. I started making them with parchment paper. And a lot of people say, when they're calling for the recipe, they say, mine got stuck in the pan last year. And there's nothing more frustrating than having to dig it out of the pan. And then it's puffy, but it's hollow in the middle. And then when you dig it out, it kind of collapses and it just ruins the effect. So I buy this cheap parchment paper. Well, it's not that cheap, it's Reynolds. Anyway, it's kind of thin. And some parchment paper is real thick. I buy this cheap stuff and I mold it into, I get two pans that are identical into a muffin tin, and then bake it in the oven for about 10 minutes at 350. And then that's what I pour my Yorkshire pudding in. I don't have to worry about it sticking. So anyway, here's how I do it. Now, I'm not advising anybody to do this because people say, I tried that and it didn't work. So it might not work for you. I'm just showing you the way I've been doing it for the last, I don't know, I lose track of time, maybe about 20 years. So the first thing you gotta do is get the parchment paper wet. Nice and wet. And then lay it on and upside down. Oh, you can't see it. Dang it. Let me try to twist this down a little. There we go. Now you can see it. So this is an upside down muffin tin. There it is. This is a wet piece of parchment paper. So you kind of take your hands in and just press that down. You got to get it to mold. Number one thing, I made it too short. Don't try to save money on this. This is not something you need to save money on. So again, you get it wet. And then press it down in there. Press it down in that way. Kind of hold it down while you press the other ways. It doesn't make any difference if it's wrinkled or not. You don't have to worry about that. What you just want to do is make sure it gets to the bottom. And the bottom's the place that's hardest to get off, but the sides also are kind of hard to get off. Okay, so it's headed that way. You might tear it, but try not to. Now just gently put this on top, and if it starts to pull it one way, just kind of lift up the other side and then pull this way. Rock it back and forth until you get it. And then look at it before you stick it in the oven, because you want to make sure nothing ripped. I just heard it rip, so I know that didn't work out. It ripped in about 4 places. This stuff's cheap these days. When I first started buying parchment paper for home, it was like $9 for a roll like this. And this was back like 20 years ago. Now I think that roll cost me $2. Might have been 3. But it's worth its weight in gold. Okay. Put it in. Put it in. Huh? Yeah. There you go. Are you watching? Anybody watching? That's the question people ask me. Oh, you got a YouTube channel. Is anybody watching? The answer is usually no, but that's okay because I'm just doing it to entertain myself mainly. But every once in a while, I get to show people how I keep from having Yorkshire pudding stick. All right, that looks like I might have it this time. And even if you don't have it, even if it was a little bit torn, it's better than no coverage at all. Okay, let's see if this is a winner chicken dinner. It's only torn up at the top. The cups are not torn. The cup is what you want covered. Okay, now stick it in your oven at 350 for about 10 minutes. And you can do that like the day before because it'll be nice and dry. Are you there? Oh, there you are. So that's how you do it. Oh, the recipe? The recipe's so simple. 1 cup of flour, one cup of milk, one, and 1 egg. But I've been using 2 because eggs are kind of small. But 1 egg usually does it. Just put that in a bowl, stir it up pretty good, and then stick it in the refrigerator for probably at least 2 or 3 hours. Like make it before you start making other stuff. And it could be in there like 12 hours. 24 kind of gets a little weird, but it still will rise. But you need to have it chilled down and refrigerated before you go to put it. And then as far as cooking it, put a little bit of like a little teaspoon of oil in each one of those cups, and then fill it up with your Yorkshire pudding batter to the top, and put it on a big sheet pan to catch the drippings, and use some more of this stuff on that sheet pan so you don't have to clean that too. And cook it at 350, and it usually takes about 45 minutes in a regular oven. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just telling you how I do it. Okay? That's it. Merry Christmas, and soak up if you got them, and this time it's prime rib.